U.S. President Donald Trump said Friday a ceasefire that could halt fighting in Russia's war with Ukraine could be close at hand. According to Associated Press in a speech at the Department of Justice, Trump said negotiations were ongoing and praised his relationship with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Trump even said Putin has respect for this country. Trump also seemed to suggest that Ukraine was to blame for Russia's 2022 invasion, saying, "You don't want to pick on somebody that's a lot larger than you." Trump also previously blamed Ukraine for the fighting, only to concede that Russia invaded after those comments sparked an uproar.
I think we're doing well, as you have been hearing about Ukraine. I think we're doing now well with Russia. We're speaking with President Putin. We want to get the war over. Not only have we spent maybe $350 billion to Europe's, think of that, $350 billion to $100 billion, and yet we're across the ocean far away, so it shouldn't have been that way, but Biden let that happen too. And we're getting a deal where we're going to get that back, but much more importantly are the lives that we're talking about. On average, 2,000 young people are being killed every single day. Now, they're not from here. They're from nowhere close to here, but they're young people. They're human beings, and they have parents. They have sisters and brothers, the mothers and fathers, the friends and the families and the towns where they grew up. And they're losing, on average, 2,000, even 2,500 a week. And I want to get it stopped. And we've had some very good calls today with Russia and with Ukraine. They've agreed for a ceasefire if we can get it with Russia. And it's not easy. It's a tough one. But I think we're doing it. And as the Secretary General said yesterday of NATO, a terrific guy, he said without Trump, we wouldn't be talking about it. It would just go on for years, and millions more people, millions of people have been killed, but millions more people would be killed. And he said it was a great honor. Without me, it would just keep going on. We're looking for the ceasefire now with Russia, and we've had some very good talks about it. We've had some very good responses. But we had a good relationship, and we had a professional relationship, and his respect for this country. And I think we've had some very good results. So, I haven't been able to say that to anybody else. I haven't wanted to say it until just before I came here. I got some pretty good news. So, but we have to see what happens. It's still a long way to go. The fighting is unbelievable. Russia has a large group of Ukrainian soldiers, as we speak, surrounded and in grave danger. They've been able to surround them. They're in grave danger. Biden should have never let this war happen. First of all, you don't want to pick on somebody that's a lot larger than you, even with the money. There's a lot of money that we gave them and a lot of equipment. We make the best military equipment in the world, but even with all of that, it's unbelievable. Right now, you have a lot of Ukrainian soldiers that are encircled and in grave danger, and I've asked them not to kill those soldiers, please, not to kill those soldiers. We don't want them killed. It's such a shame to see what's happened. A thing like that would have never happened. Inflation would have never happened. October 7th would have never happened. Israel.
Russian President Vladimir Putin met with U.S. envoy Steve Witkoff to discuss details of the American proposal for a 30-day ceasefire in the war with Ukraine, Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov said Friday. According to Associated Press, Putin asked Witkoff late Thursday to give additional messages to U.S. President Donald Trump, Peskov told reporters, after the Russian leader said he supported a truce in principle but set out a host of knotty issues that need to be addressed before it is agreed. Ukraine, under severe military pressure on parts of the front line after 3 years of conflict, has already endorsed the proposal. Russia's army has gained battlefield momentum, and analysts say Putin likely will be reluctant to rush into a ceasefire while he feels he has an advantage. The Russian army, backed by North Korean troops, are now reportedly driving Ukrainian forces from their foothold in Russia's Kursk border region. A possible phone call between Putin and Trump to settle outstanding ceasefire issues could be arranged after Witkoff delivers the messages in Washington, Peskov said. There is an understanding on both sides that such a call is needed, Peskov said. There are certainly some grounds for cautious optimism, Peskov said of the ceasefire proposal. A lot still needs to be done, but the president has shown solidarity with President Trump's position. He dismissed an NBC report saying that Keith Kellogg has been pushed aside from his role of Trump's envoy on Ukraine on Moscow's request, saying that Russia wouldn't meddle in U.S. internal affairs. Commenting on nuclear talks between China, Russia, and Iran, Peskov said that Russia proceeds from the fact that Iran has the right to develop peaceful nuclear industry.
Точное время разговора двух президентов пока не согласовано. Но вместе с тем, после того, как господин Уитков уже всю информацию, полученную в Москве, доведет до сведения своего главы государства, уже затем будем определяться со сроками проведения разговора. Понимание, что такой разговор нужен, есть с двух сторон. Безусловно, есть основания испытывать осторожный оптимизм. Вы слышали вчера очень важное заявление президента Путина. Отвечая на вопрос журналистов, он сказал, что он поддерживает позицию президента Трампа в плане урегулирования, но озвучил некоторые вопросы, на которые нужно совместно найти ответ. Поэтому, да, действительно, еще многое предстоит сделать, но тем не менее президент солидаризировал с позицией господина Трампа. Наверное, было бы абсурдно думать, что российская сторона может влезать во внутренние американские дела. Мы не имеем ни малейшего намерения. И мы как раз говорим, что любые отношения должны строиться на основе взаимного уважения. Исходя из взаимного уважения, конечно, мы не будем влезать во внутреннюю кухню американцев. Это их решение, кого назначать, кого не назначать.